So the common misconception is that when you have celiac disease or wheat or gluten sensitivity, that you cannot eat just wheat, meaning that, bread, cereals, pasta, pizza, all those good things, unfortunately. But that's not true. So it's not about wheat, it's really about gluten proteins. And it's not just one protein. Gluten is just a family. And under that family, there are a lot of different types of glutinous proteins. And we'll talk about this in a different video. There are about 6 to 10 different types. So gluten is part of it, the family of those proteins. And it's not just wheat. So gluten can be found, of course, logically in wheat and all kinds of varieties of wheat. So it's bulgur, it's durum, it's spelt. So when you see all those names, you think, oh, it doesn't say wheat, but it's still wheat and it still contains those glutinous proteins. Number 2 is something that you don't think about, is barley. And barley is now present more and more. It's present in salads, it's present instead of like potatoes, people put barley or they mix it with something. So always ask not just about gluten, but also ask about barley. Does this dish contains barley? Or this shampoo or this conditioner? Because sometimes derivatives from barley are put in those wellness products as well. Beer is one of the most common. Barley is in beer, and this is why when you have celiac disease, you usually cannot drink any beer. When you have gluten sensitivity, when you drink that nice hoppy beer, that it will give you some side effects, some GI side effects, and possibly also some skin rash and even joint pain. Number 3 is the rye. So rye protein or rye is interesting because usually it's in the rye bread, but a lot of other breads have rye in there. So you just see wheat or you see something else, and then you go further and you see rye. So rye is also something they have to look out for, and it does contain glutinous proteins. And lastly are oats. So oats is a tricky one because usually oats are not contaminated with gluten or do not have gluten in general. However, usually, more often than not, oats are produced or manufactured or filled out in the facility that also process many other grains like wheat, like rye, like barley. So grains that contain gluten. So oats are very often contaminated with gluten or with those other products. So when you buy oats, look for that gluten-free label, or when you buy skincare products with oats, because a lot of them do contain oats and it's really good for you, but make sure that those oats or derivatives of those oats are gluten-free, and the manufacturer clearly can say that to you. So it is not just wheat, it's barley, it's rye, it's oats, and of course derivatives of it, because all of them can contain or do contain glutinous proteins. And again, those proteins are as a family of various proteins. So be on lookout.